Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Look at SkyDrift. This is an arcade racing game that, instead of karts, actually takes place in, essentially, planes that are meant for war. So it's a little bit like Mario Kart in the sky, or at least that's how they're marketing it. This just came out for Steam earlier this week for $10, but it's been on Xbox Live Arcade and PSN since, I think, September 7th, and it's going for $15 there. But without further ado, let's go take a look at it. You can see there's 7 stages here in the quote-unquote campaign mode of the game. I'm on stage 3 right now, and there's 3 different races that you can do. One of them is a power race, which is your standard Mario Kart style race. Whoever comes across the finish line first wins. A bunch of various power-ups that you can use to take out your opponents. A speed race, which I can't remember if that has power-ups in it, but it does have these speed rings that you fly through, which make you go faster, but we'll see that later. And Survivor, which is basically like people get eliminated on every checkpoint. So you have to be first place at the very end, essentially, and not get eliminated earlier. You gotta hold the lead for a long time, let's put it that way. But, oh, the power race is pretty much the bread and butter of this game, so we're gonna stick with that. And actually, it's the bread and butter of pretty much any game like this. You can see how many planes do we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we had 9 planes. I might have miscounted that, though, which is pretty embarrassing. I've been using this one right here, which has, like, high speed, high armor. But I just realized that I unlocked the Speedster with high speed and high acceleration, so let's check that out. Each one has a different, 4 different skins that you can apply to it as well. So the first thing you'll notice is that the game actually looks pretty good. I mean, it's not going to blow you away. This is a budget-titled, or budget-priced racing game, but it looks pretty good running here in full screen 1080p, or 720p, sorry. And it runs well as well. So these are our power-ups, and the way they do power-ups is pretty interesting. You can pick up 2 at a time, although Dr. Ned just fucked me and got to that one before I could get it. What I just did there was I converted my power-up to boost. So there's 2 things you can do. One is use your power-up. Whoa, be careful! One is use your power-up, and the other one is convert it to like a burnout-style boost that you can use. And I got missiles now. Let's lock onto Dr. Ned. You can see, we got to him. And then by killing people, we get boost. We don't only increase our position in the race, we also get that tangible reward of the boost as well. And boost is pretty important. Now, I have not played the multiplayer on this yet. I'm hoping to give it a try this video, but I haven't had good luck with multiplayer. Ah, fuck, I got killed by a mine. In these Let's Look At videos so far, largely because I'm playing them pretty earlier in the game's life cycle, and not necessarily the best time because a lot of people aren't online, and also, of course, I'm living here in Asia, where maybe, you know, a game like SkyDrift might not be the most popular game that you come across. Let's use our missiles again. I tend to use missiles pretty frequently. Turn a lot of my other ones into boost, because, mama, I like going fast. Now, the only other thing worth noting is that this is actually kind of similar to a game like Diddy Kong Racing, in that if you pick up the same power-up two times in a row, you get, an increased version of it. Have I crashed yet? I did. So right now I have a cannon. Oh! That was actually a nice little clip I pulled off there. If I get a second cannon, which I will try to do right here. Oh, Mad Machine's going to try to steal it from me. Oh, there we go. Get a second cannon. I have more ammunition, and also I do more damage. If I could only attack him. There we go. Now I'll just keep converting some of these power-ups to speed upgrades. If you can't tell by the tone of my voice, I'm pretty pleased with this game. I don't necessarily think it's like a reinvention of the wheel. Oh god. Or a reinvention of the propeller, if I'm trying to be clever. But it's decent. If you're a fan of arcade racing games, there's definitely something to like here. What I just got there was a repair power-up, so you saw my plane was smoking. I'm not sure if that has any effects on the performance of my plane, but it's good to repair it so that I can't just be taken down immediately by someone else. Oh, my missiles are going to hit the wall there, except for this one. I thought I was going to get lucky. Converted to boost. Yeah, this is like a pretty standard arcade racing game. Pretty standard arcade racing game along the lines of, you know, like a Diddy Kong Racing, except it doesn't have any kind of story mode going along with it. Oh, I got the lead now. I better focus. Or, actually more on point. This is pretty similar to a game like Hydro Thunder or Wipeout. Not the Wipeout where you jump on the big balls and then fall in the water and possibly break your neck. This is the Wipeout where you oh god! Yeah, that's going to be a crash. The cool thing about crashing is you respawn right away, which is good for a game like this where, quite frankly, I crash all the goddamn time. But yeah, like, it's decent. It's not going to fucking make you a huge fan of the genre if you're not a big fan. But if you are a big fan... Oh, he's going to beat me! No! Oh, second. That's alright anyway. If you are a big fan of the genre, I think you could easily get $10 out of this. But a little bit of caveat emptor on that too. I'll talk about this a little bit later, but there's not a whole lot of content that you're going to find in this game. So it's really going to depend on two things. One is how much you like a game like this, and two is whether or not you can get some friends to play some multiplayer with you. I want to do one more race before we get into the multiplayer. So let's go see what we have here. We'll go back to that one. I'll stick with my second place there. We'll check out a speed race on the dam. And of course, if I'm doing a speed race, I want to take my speedster. Just seems pretty much like a no-brainer. Use my speedster on the speed race to go through the speed rings, and I'll be a speed racer. Okay, here we go. Aesthetically, I gotta say, I really like the way the game looks. I'm a big fan. One of my favorite games in the original Xbox, I'm not sure if it actually came out on PC, I don't think it did, was Crimson Skies High Road to Revenge. And it's been a while, but I'm kind of a sucker for these plain racing games. Or not even racing, just plain flying games. It feels good. And on the 360 controller, which is what I'm using right now, it controls really well with really only single analog control, although you can use the second analog stick to kind of adjust your pitch a little bit. Admittedly, I know nothing about aviation, so I don't know if I use pitch appropriately there, if I should be saying yaw or what. But anyway. So for this race, basically all we got to do is make sure that we come in first, or as close to first as possible, I suppose. And these speed rings are going to help us out because they give us a little boost every time. And the way you get boost in this game is kind of similar to like a Project Gotham style. Basically, you get boost by doing cool shit. So if we fly really close to the ground or really close to a wall, we'll pick up some boost. So I might pick up some just for going through here. Looks like I did. And of course, if we shoot down... Oh, messed up my turn there. If we shoot down an enemy, we will get some increased boost as well. I really like the level design too. I came into this when I had first heard about this game and picked it up, and this maybe is not kosher to say if you're going to be reviewing the game, but I looked at it, I was like, it's a generic racing game. I'm probably not going to be too big of a fan of it, even though I do like racing games in general. But this game has kind of made a believer out of me. I don't consider it to be an exceptional racing game, but when you're dealing with, $10 games, this doesn't have to compete with Forza and Project Gotham. Did they even make that? No, Bizarre Creations went under earlier this year. Like Forza, Gran Turismo, etc., etc. All it has to do is be a fun arcade racing title, and that's exactly what it is. Kind of like Burnout in the Sky, except also with power-ups that have varying degrees of usefulness. But again, there's not a whole lot of other content for you here. So you're gonna have to... Whoa! You're gonna have to pretty much be a big fan of the genre in order to make this worth a full-price purchase. Anyway. I know the autumn sale on Steam is going on right now, so anything could happen, but it's kind of strange, actually. This is one of the few games on Steam that I've seen recently that didn't launch with an opening sale. So normally you'll see a game come out on Steam and it'll be 15% off for that first week, so it should be like $8.50 right now. But instead, no, this one's been going for $10 since it came out, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but definitely before I made this video, it was up to $10. Now... looks like we're doing pretty well. You can look on the map there and see that there are no other planes near me, so I'm pretty sure my speed race is going to be successful here. I've missed a few rings, but I've been pretty successful in terms of not crashing, until this landslide almost brought me down. Oh, never mind. I crashed, of course, immediately after saying that. But we are here basically at the end now. No other planes in sight. I could probably just cruise. Always a nice adjective to use when you're flying. And yeah, there we go. Pretty easy victory there. Did we unlock anything? No, we did not. After every race, the game will give you some kind of trophies and possibly some kind of achievement. There's only 12 achievements. I've already gotten 25% of them in about an hour of play, so if you're an achievement hunter, there's not a whole lot to do here. It's not like it's got a comprehensive list of achievements, but it's still, it always feels good when you see that little achievement unlock thing pop up. So very briefly, let's go check out download content. I don't think there's anything in there yet. No, indeed there is not. But we'll go return to the game here. Let's check out multiplayer. We got quick match, player match, and custom match. We'll just see quick match, just to see if anybody's online right now. Well, you know what? We'll wait here for a few seconds, just to see if anybody shows up, and I'll talk a little bit about the multiplayer. Right now, there is only power race, speed race, and survival races, which are the three modes that I talked about earlier. How's my ping in the red when I am the host of this game, presumably? One thing that I don't like that the game is doing is they're promising that there will be DLC in the future, and one of the DLCs that they've promised is a pack that includes I'm using the marketing air quotes here, the game modes, beloved game modes of Deathmatch and Team Deathmatch. Well, as someone who loves Crimson Skies, I'm going to leave multiplayer for a second. As someone who loves Crimson Skies, you know, if you want to put Deathmatch and Team Deathmatch in it, why are you waiting for DLC? And I don't know if that DLC is going to be free or if people are going to be charging for it, which would be a damn shame. But it just, to me, it kind of smacks of we wanted to put this in the game, but either A, we were rushed to meet a deadline for Xbox Live and PSN, and we didn't have time, which I can understand, but I still don't support. Or B, you know, we can release those modes and create kind of like a dogfight type game and, you know, release it as premium DLC for another $5. Either one of those, not a big fan of, because I think this game would actually work pretty well with, you know, some classic, I hate to say it again, but Crimson Skies style aerial combat. Really what I'm asking for here is why don't they make another fucking Crimson Skies game? That shit is awesome. Try a quick match here one more time just to see if we can get in. Doesn't look like anybody's playing the game right now, which, I mean, is understandable. Again, I'm in Korea. It's like 7 in the morning for, I was going to say civilized people. I don't mean that. I mean, you know, for North Americans who are probably the core audience for this game. Well, let's play one more race. Let's do a survival race because I haven't done one of those before. And let's try a different plane just for kicks. We'll take one with a lot of armor. Nah, I don't really like that. That's our standard plane here. Let's go with the plane I've been using for a while. It maneuvers pretty well, and it's got decent armor and decent top speed. So now we've got to not be in last place when the countdown reaches 0. Excellent. Let's see how I can do here. And again, there's a great variety of tracks. It's not like we're playing a racing game here with 4 tracks. I'm going to fly close to the ground to get my boost up right off the bat. Every race that I've done so far, and I'd say I've done 15, has been on a different track. And mind you, some of those are just like that same track in reverse, and I think there might be just like different cuts for an individual track. Whoa, shit. Shouldn't have used my cannon right there. For example, like different routes through an individual track. But still, it works. Jesus, I'm killing everyone right now. Sorry, buddy. Oh, Mad Machine, you stole my power-up! It's okay. Pretty good position here, although I'm about to get shot down, potentially. Can I make it? Stay on target. Excellent. Elimination starting. Alright. Turn that to boost and just get the fuck out of here, because I really want to make sure I'm not in last place. Whoa! Thanks a lot, Manuel. Oh god, I almost hit that bomb as well. Of course, you get a little bit of invincibility. I'm going to definitely crash here. Yeah, you get a little bit of invincibility when you come back from your death. Which is important, otherwise you get hit by some of the same rockets you got taken out with. So I'm not going to be in last place here. Jesus, I'm really wrecking these fools when it comes to damage here. Well, I didn't really need to use repair there, but I'll take it. Alright, Mad Machine. Stop taking my power-ups, you dickhole! Wait, I'm in 5th place? That's not good enough. Oh, I can see my position there on the left. I didn't even notice that. Let's take out Speed Freak with these missiles, hopefully. Oh, I think they got him. You get bonuses for avoiding the missiles as well, so with a little bit of, you know, evasive maneuvering. Why am I flying so funky? With a little bit of evasive maneuvering, you can pick up some points. Although that didn't work out so well for me. Ah! That's another complaint I have about the game. If you were watching extremely closely there, what you might have seen was me flying and bumping up against the edge of the ceiling, which in a flying game like this just doesn't feel right? Like, it feels like you should be able to fly wherever you want. Excellent. But sadly that is not the case, and you'll often bump into invisible walls when you're trying to, like, I don't know, perhaps get a unique route. But overall, I would say I've got positive feelings about this game. For $10, it's not a must purchase, but if you're a fan of arcade racing, you could definitely do a lot worse in this game, and frankly, I hate to say it like this, but on the PC, you don't have a whole lot of options when it comes to arcade racing. Just, you know, buyer beware. Oh, can I boost and get to this power-up before him? You're going to be spending either a lot of time against the computer, or pray that you can get some friends into this game so you'll have someone to race against, and potentially in the future have the right to either pay or download the ability to do, can I even get around that? There's no way to get around that mine. To, you know, pay or otherwise get the ability to play the Team Deathmatch mode, which would actually add a lot to this game, because otherwise you're going to be playing a lot against the computer, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Am I in shit? Can I even... Oh, that was terrible. That's a dead man's corner there. Am I in last place? No, but I will be in last place on the next elimination if I don't pass somebody. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to succeed on this one. These guys seem pretty good. Dr. Ned's eliminated. How many people are left? 3, and I'm in 2nd. Okay, let's convert this shit to boost and then get the fuck up there. Now, if I could just take out oh, no! Don't do it, Mad Machine! We gotta team up, take down Ruby. Get that 2nd level missile. Oh, no, I won't. I might even crash here. Now, if I could just take out Ruby and stay in second, then I could potentially... No! You asshole! You made me waste my boost in order to get past you at the last second. Okay, so I gotta get to her. Get some missiles or something. How long do I have? 22... Oh, that's not gonna be good. That might have cost me right there. The AI is a little bit rubber bandy, though, so she might wait up for a second. Oh, I accidentally converted all my shit to boost. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be goddamn eliminated unless she runs into a mine or something in the next 2 seconds. Let's just do flips. Wee. No, I'm done. Still, that was pretty good. Second place, I'll take it. Unlocked another plane. Unlocked another stage, which is the next stage of the campaign mode. They use campaign pretty goddamn loosely because, you know, it's just a linear progression. Things do get a little bit harder, but still. So, overall... SkyDrift is actually pretty half-decent. If you're a fan of arcade racers, you could certainly do a lot worse for $10, and, as I mentioned earlier in this race on the PC, you don't have a whole lot of options. On Xbox Live and PSN, you have a few more possibilities, like, for example, you could pick up, you know, Hydro Thunder Hurricane, or the most recent Wipeout game that came out. I heard those were pretty good, but SkyDrift is pretty good as well. It's a damn shame that the dogfight and team deathmatch modes have not come out yet and are set to come out as DLC, which, you know, may or may not happen and may or may not cost money. I'm not trying to insinuate that it will cost money. I haven't discussed this with the developers. I have no idea if it will or it won't. Because that would have made it a more complete game, and really it's a shame that the multiplayer doesn't seem to be bustling, but that's nobody's fault, really. But still, if you can find people to play this with, or you love arcade racers enough that you would have a good time playing this against the computer, by all means, don't hesitate to tip... Jesus, don't stutter and fall all over your words either. By all means, don't hesitate to pick this up, either at full price, which is a pretty measly $10, or when it comes around in a Steam sale, which it might, you know, over the course of the next few weeks, especially since we have Christmas coming up and the autumn Steam sale right now. But anyway, overall, decent effort. I don't have a problem with this game. As always, thank you guys for watching Let's Look At. I'm Northern Lion. I'll see you next time.